Good morning, students. Welcome back to Maths online class. So, we are discussing with the chapter rational numbers, and in the previous class we discussed on what are rational numbers, and also we discussed on the positive and negative rational numbers and equivalent rational numbers. Today we can do some problems and some more concept on rational numbers. How to represent a rational number on number line. You know what is a number line, isn't it? And also you have studied how to represent fractions on number line. The same concept we are applying here to represent rational numbers on number line. Draw the number line and represent the rational number 3 by 4. So, the given rational number is 3 by 4. So, in order to represent 3 by 4, first we are drawing a number line and taking the distance 0 to 1. Here 3 by 4 is a proper fraction, isn't it? Proper fraction. When you are getting a proper fraction, you can consider the distance 0 to 1. Now, that 0 to 1 distance, according to the new denominator, here what is the denominator? 4. So, according to the denominator, you are dividing into that much parts. Here, since the required fraction is 3 by 4, the distance 0 to 1, I am dividing into 4 equal distances. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. So, each part will be 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4 and 4 by 4. What is 4 by 4? Whole. That is equal to 1. So, what we did? The distance 0 to 1, I divided into 4 equal units. Why I took 4? Because in the given fraction, the denominator is 4. So, into that much unit I divided, and then I can get the required fraction 3 by 4. So, what is given as the denominator? If you are getting a proper fraction, you have to consider the distance 0 to 1. Now, if you are getting another, for example, negative 7 by 4. Here, there is negative sign is there, isn't it? So, when you are getting a negative sign, you know to which part the negative numbers lie, to the left of the 0. So, you have to mark it over there. Now, the given fraction is 7 by 4 and it is not a proper fraction, it's an improper fraction. So, here one distance is not enough for representing 7 by 4. So, I took the distance 0 to 1 and up to 2, and that distance, one unit distance I divided into 4 units itself, because here the denominator is 4 itself. So, 0 to negative 1 distance I divided into 4 parts. Again, that 1 unit to 2 unit I again divided. So, continuously 1 by 4, negative 2 by 4, negative 3 by 4, negative 4 by 4, negative 5 by 4, negative 6 by 4, negative 7 by 4, negative 8 by 4. What is negative 8 by 4? Negative 8 by 4 is equal to negative 2 itself. Similarly, negative 4 by 4 is equal to negative 1 itself. So, then what is the required? Negative 7 by 4. So, where is negative 7 by 4 coming? Here. So, you can mark the negative 7 by 4. If you are getting an improper fraction, that one distance is not enough for marking. So, you have to consider 2 units. So, you will get the required fraction. In this way, you can mark the fractions on number line. Next, how to represent rational numbers in standard form. Standard form, you have how to express the fractions in simplest form. The same concept itself is here. How to write rational numbers in standard form. How you are applying a fraction in simplest form. You will make numerator and denominator. If any common factors are there, you will cancel it, and you will say a fraction is in its simplest form when there is no common factors between numerator and denominator. The same concept we are using here. A rational number said to be in standard form when the denominator is having positive integer and the numerator and denominator have no common factor. One extra condition is that denominator should have positive integer. So, when I explained you the concept of negative rational numbers and positive rational numbers, I said if a denominator is having negative sign, we are saying that fraction is, that rational number itself as a negative rational number. Similar case itself here. So a rational number is said to be in standard form if if its denominator is a positive integer and the numerator and denominator have no common factor. We'll do one example. 25 by 45. This fraction this rational number I am going to reduce to the standard form. For that, if you don't know which is the common factor between the numerator and denominator, the easiest way is find the HCF of the numerator and denominator. Here 25 is the numerator and 45 is the denominator. So in order to find out what is the common factor, you find HCF of the numerator and denominator. So 25 is 5 into 5 and 45 is 5 into 3 into 3. So what is common here? 5. So the HCF is 5. So the common factor between 25 and 45 is 5. So I am dividing both the fractions with 5. Now 25 divided by 5 I got 5. 45 divided by 5 I got 9. Now when I look this rational number 5 by 9, there is no common factor between 5 and 9. Then we can say 5 by 9 is in the standard form. Here there is no negative integer in the question. So there is no need of considering about that. So 5 by 9 is the standard form of 25 by 49. Next example. Negative 8 by 10. Similarly, in order to find out the common factor, I found the HCF. Here HCF is 2. Now dividing the given fraction with 2. Negative 8 divided by 2, I got negative 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So what is the standard form of negative 8 by 10? Negative 4 by 5. In this way, you are converting the given rational numbers to the standard form. That means you are finding the HCF of the numerator and the denominator and then dividing the given fraction. Then you will get this rational number in the standard form. Next, how to compare rational numbers. You know how to compare two fractions, isn't it? The same concept we are using here. For comparing, if two fractions are unlike fractions, that means the fractions with different denominators, how can we compare? We compare by finding the LCM, making the fractions to like fraction and compare. The same if both the fractions are positive rational numbers. If here 2 by 3 and 5 by 7 are positive rational numbers, so we are comparing by the normal method. That means finding the LCM, making the fractions to the same denominator, then comparing. So here the LCM is 21. So I converted 2 by 3 and 5 by 7 to a like fraction, that is 14 by 21 and 15 by 21. Now you can compare. Denominators are same. So 14 is less than 15. Therefore we can say 2 by 3 is less than 5 by 7. The normal method of comparison of fractions. Now if both the rational numbers are negative, negative 3 by 4 and 2 by negative 3. Here both are negative rational numbers. So what you will do? When you get both the numbers are negative, ignore the negative sign. I am not taking the negative sign. Okay, so 3 by 4 and 2 by 3. Then I am comparing using the normal method. Finding the LCM, I got 12. 4 and 3, the LCM is 12. And I converted the fraction 3 by 4 into 9 by 12. And 2 by 3 into 8 by 12. So 9 by 12 and 8 by 12. So the denominators are same. So I can compare. 9 by 12 and 8 by 2. 9 is greater than 8, isn't it? So 3 by 4 is greater than 2 by 3. But in the question we have what? A negative sign, isn't it? So without taking the negative sign, I compared and I got 3 by 4 is greater than 2 by 3. Now if I am inserting that negative sign, then it will be the reverse order. What is it? If 3 by 4 is greater than 2 by 3, if I am putting the negative sign, negative 3 by 4 is less than negative 2 by 3. So what we are doing when we are getting both negative sign, we are comparing without the negative sign and then we are reversing the order. That means without the negative sign, if you are getting greater than, then by putting the negative sign it will be less than. Keep in mind, Without the negative sign, if you are getting greater than, then with the negative sign, it will be less than. Clear? So here without the negative sign, I got it is greater than. So when I inserted the negative sign, it is less than. That means the reverse order. This is applicable when both the numbers are negative. When both are negative rational numbers, you have to apply this method. Clear? Now, if one is a negative and other is a positive, our comparison is very easy, because always positive integers or positive numbers are greater than negative numbers. Similar way, positive rational numbers will be greater than negative rational numbers. So, if you are getting one negative and one positive, it is very easy for comparing. Always positive rational numbers will be greater. Now, if you are getting both numerator and denominator are negative, I said such numbers are what? Positive. So in this case, what you have to do? You have to apply it in the standard form. Standard form means negative 3 by 5, negative 5 will be what? 3 by 5. Negative 2 by negative 7 by will be 2 by 7. Then the normal method. Finding the LCM, making the fractions to like fractions and compare. So 4 types we discussed here. If both are positive rational numbers, the normal method of comparing fractions, that means by finding the LCM, converting to like fractions and comparing. If both are negative rational numbers, without the negative sign, you are comparing and reversing the order. If one is negative and one is positive, positive rational numbers are always greater. If both numerator and denominator are negative, then such fractions, such rational numbers are positive rational numbers. So that negative sign can be cancelled by standard form, and you can compare using the normal method of comparison of fractions. So this is the way you are comparing rational numbers. Next, one type of problem. List 5 rational numbers between negative 2 and negative 1. That means between negative 2 and negative 1, you have to find out 5 rational numbers. So you know what are rational numbers? Rational numbers means what? They are having the form P by Q. That means they have a numerator and a denominator. So here negative 2, I said this is a integer, isn't it? So how can we write that integer in P by Q form? Negative 2 by 1 you can write. But here I need 5 rational numbers, isn't it? So in order to get 5 rational numbers, I took the denominator 10. So negative 20 by 10 is same as negative 2, isn't it? When I divided negative 20 with 10, I got negative 2 itself. So I am writing negative 2 as negative 1020 by 10. You can take any number, but in order to get 5 rational numbers, I am going for 10. So similarly, negative 1 I can write it as negative 10 by negative 10. So negative 2 and negative 1 I expressed as rational numbers as what? Negative 20 by 10 and negative 10 by 10. Now between negative 20 and negative 10, you have enough of 10 numbers, isn't it? They are asking only for 5 rational numbers. So what are they? Negative 19 by 10, negative 18 by 10, negative 17 by 10, negative 16 by 10, negative 15 by 10. So what are the 5 rational numbers between negative 2 and negative 1? For that, I converted negative 2 into a rational number. How? Negative 20 by 10 and negative 1 I wrote it as negative 10 by 10. Now, since here the denominators are same, isn't it? 10 and 10, I can find out between negative 20 and negative 10, I can find out 5 rational numbers. One more example. Between negative 4 by 5 and negative 2 by 3. Here the rational numbers are given in the P by Q form itself. So, in order to find out the rational numbers, we have to first make the denominators same. How we are making the denominators same? By the method of LCM. Here the LCM is 15 and I got, when we converted, I got negative 12 by 15 and negative 10 by 15. So I made, by finding the LCM, the denominators I made same. that all same method what we are using in fraction itself. So what is the new fractions? Negative 12 by 15 and negative 10 by 15. When you look these fractions between negative 10 and negative 12, can you find out 5 rational numbers? After negative 10, negative 11, negative 12, only 2 rational numbers you are getting. You are not getting 5 rational numbers. So I multiplied that these new fractions again with 5. That is negative 12 and by 15 into 5. So I got 60 by negative 60 by 75. Again negative 10 by 15 into 5. So I got negative 50 by 75. Why I did this means in order to get 5 rational numbers. Here between negative 12 and negative 10, I am not getting 5 rational numbers. So in order to get 5 rational numbers, I am multiplying with 5. If you want more, you can multiply with 10 also. That is according to you. At least multiply with 5. That is general case, you have to multiply with 5. So 12 into 5 you are getting negative 60. 10 into 5 you are getting negative 50. Now between negative 60 and negative 50 you have enough of rational numbers, isn't it? So they are asking only for 5 rational numbers. So negative 59 by 75, negative 58 by 75, negative 57 by 75, negative 56 by 75 and negative 55 by 75. In the case when you are not getting enough rational numbers, you can follow this method. That means multiply that fractions with again 5. So you will get enough of rational numbers. So winding up today's class, today we discussed how to represent rational numbers on number line, how to write rational numbers in standard form, how to compare rational numbers, and how to find out rational numbers between two rational numbers. Practice more questions in your textbook. There are more questions. Practice out more questions. Copy down the notes given and attend the test paper given. We'll meet with the next concept of this chapter in the next video. Thank you, children.